Hey, Dennis from Van on the Back. So I did a bit of research into the best thing I can get to stop the stones hitting the front of the van, causing a bit of damage, maybe keeping the dust down, and everything points to the Stone Stomper. So guess what I got? I rang the company. They sent me out a little questionnaire. I made a few measurements up, and they then built this thing for me. So it's suited to my vehicle and my caravan. I think the caravan is the most important part of it, so it might be interchangeable with another vehicle if I get another vehicle later on down the track. Australian company, made in Australia, so that's a good thing. It's all right. Let's see if we can get this thing fitted. All right, what have we got in here? A brake cable that obviously goes around just to protect the mesh. They also opted for the covers that go over the flap that sits on the tow ball when I haven't got the caravan connected. It just sort of folds them up, keeps them in one bit. This is the piece that goes across the back of the car so that the Stone Stomper can attach to when the caravan's connected. And this obviously looks like the Stone Stomper itself. Got some mounting brackets. I opted for a couple of extras. One of them, if I choose to keep this stone mesh on, I can mount it between the caravan and the car so it doesn't drop down. I can mount a bracket onto here as well just to hold it up. If I choose to take this off to reduce a little bit of the weight, I can then run, say, a PVC pipe across, and then I also have a couple of slots in here that I can attach that to as well. So we'll check it out. So it's like, looks pretty good quality, and I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet. So there's three different options you have for mounting the bracket, which holds on the bar at the back, which also has these big log, I guess you call them mud flaps, go down here. Now I've chosen the probably the most popular one, I think. So I have to remove the tow ball to fit the bracket. I'll do that. And then just pop the bracket between the tow ball and the nut. It says to move it back as far as you can. I guess that's to close up this gap as much as possible so that rocks don't make their way through any gap. Pop that back on. I was reading the instructions the other day, doing a job in the house, and my grandson says, "Hey, Pop, instructions are for losers." He's only 7. Get that as straight as possible. Tighten that up. Looks like pretty good quality mounting hardware for all the bits and pieces too, which is good. We then just can go forward or aft of the bracket. It's also adjustable as well, so we can take it up and down on those mounting bolts. I think I might go probably to the middle one. Alright, when they're tight, and you'll see here once it's mounted correctly as well that you'll have access to the points here to clip your Stone Stomper onto. I guess another thing to be mindful of too about where you mount this bracket is if it comes up too high, you might get in the way of your sensors if you've got any, so your reversing sensors. Alright, once that's on, I'll put the caravan back on and we can stick the Stone Stomper brackets and the Stone Stomper on. So these are the mounts they give you to bolt onto the caravan, screw onto the caravan. They even give you a little socket to chuck them in with. I've got my own there, but chuck that in the toolbox now. How good is that? So when you order your Stone Stomper, they'll ask you a few questions, get you to take a few measurements. So for me, I've taken the measurement from the edge of the forward part of the chassis here, and the idea of the bracket is now it's going to sit completely flush. So if I look down the line of the caravan, I want that to be completely flush with the caravan, with the outside of the caravan itself. And then we can just screw that on. I'm taking it probably about halfway up the chassis. Get that nice and square. Nice and secure. I'll just do the other side now. So for the moment, I'm going to leave this stone guard on here. I'll probably take it off doing the longer trips, but if I don't use the Stone Stomper on the short trips, I might just put this back on or just leave it on permanently. Not sure yet, haven't worked that bit out. Alright, so the next step, we'll grab our Stone Stomper itself. I haven't unrolled this yet, so I've got no idea what it looks like. Look at that, really nice, reinforced. It's beautiful. But I've got no affiliation with Stone Stomper whatsoever. Paid full retail price for this thing, so I'll give you my honest opinion. Obviously, you've got this really extra thick canvas underneath here where all your working parts, the trailer, bottom of the caravan, the chassis, your brake lines hang down, etc., or your brake cables hang down. So, all right, let's pop it under and see how this thing goes on. So they tell me the first thing we do is connect up these stainless U-bolts here, and that'll go straight onto my bracket that I've just fitted. One thing I wanted was something that's easy to take on and off if I don't need to use it all the time. Attach that guy there. Really good quality stainless steel clips as well. Check those out. Nice and easy to use. Never going to fall off. So to attach these, if you lift up the flap there, you can see your bracket there. I guess that just goes on there. I guess those clips probably best go from the top down, just so it doesn't roll on the bottom there. Easier said than done. Pop that last one on. I'll pop that last one on. I've seen a few videos of these Stone Stompers being put on. To me, it sort of makes more sense if you start on the inside. I've seen a lot of people start on the outside, but I think it makes more sense to start on the inside. Originally I had mud flaps just mounted on here as well, so they hung down. I've taken them off and I've put them underneath. I'll show you. It just gives me a bit of extra protection for my water tanks, plumbing, etc. underneath the caravan. I've also opted for another bracket kit as well, so that I'll be able to hold this up in the centre so it doesn't just flap around. It just gives it just a bit more support in the centre there. So I'll pop that bracket kit on as well, and that can just stay permanently mounted to this. Whether or not I use this doesn't really matter, because I also got as an option, you can see this sleeve here, we can slide a piece of, say, PVC pipe that runs across the beam or across the chassis of the caravan, and then we can then that holds up the weight of it as well, which I'm not going to do just now. So I'll show you how I'm going to mount this centre mounting kit on the existing stone guard. And the only other thing I was a little concerned about too is how easy I'm going to be able to access the box here as well, which is, it's probably not too bad, a little bit more restricted, but not too bad at all. Alright, I'll pop the other side on. That actually sits there quite nicely now. Nice and attached in the centre there, hold it up. There's no flex behind this point here, it's all flex in here from what I can see, maybe. Looks good. And to remove and install should be a breeze. Nice and easy, be able to get to my chains and everything there. Beautiful. So another option I chose when I disconnect the caravan from the car at the campground or the caravan park, I can just unhook these. That'll then just hook back up under the caravan. Knock the chains out of the way, tuck in there nicely. And then the other option I got was these bags. So I'm guessing these just roll up. Bag slots on there. But if we're doing day trips away from the caravan, I'll do this. Otherwise, down the shop, not too bothered. You slide this opposite bag on. Geez, it's pretty simple. And then the Velcro from this one attaches over to here to hold your bags on. Just to neaten it up so they're not flapping around. That's a great idea. Glad I chose that option. So all in all, it appears to be really good quality. Everything's made nice and strong. Definitely made to last by the look of it, and according to all the reviews on site as well. So with all the options that I chose, it ended up costing just over $800 delivered. Made in South Australia. It took about 4 weeks. That was probably because they're so busy. Well worth the wait. And I looked at different options like the bigger mud flaps on the back, etc., and they just presented a whole lot of other problems that I could see happening as well. Like I said before, the only things that I found is a little bit more restrictive to the box and a little bit more restrictive to your leads and your chains as well when you're connecting and disconnecting. But hey, look, I expected that in the first place. So there you go, Stone Stomper. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell as well, and then you'll get to see all our videos as they come out. All right, thanks for watching.